What's up? This is Gordon Gray from Half Lit and Dope Living TV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man, Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Tretch in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy, Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live. Hold on for a second. Yeah. Y'all know I got to do mommy duties too, all right? Anyway, this is Dope Living TV Live. The views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Having said that, man, let me bring the crew on. Gina, you got to take over for a second.
Okay, go do the mommy duties.
Got to do it. What's up, Life Coach Jeff?
Hey, what's going on? Ooh, camera.
What's happening,
Coach? Oh, not camera.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Nobody's ready today but me, huh?
I will be right back. Gina, give me 3 minutes.
You got 3 minutes.
Thank
and
you.
Counting. What's
Yeah, I wasn't
Coach?
ready. Yeah, I'm good, girl. You know, we gonna get this camera
you
set
always
up.
ready. Come on now, you always
I know,
ready.
and you know, I'm not normally off like this, but right now I am. So I'm gonna let people in on the little secret of what I use. I use a Mevo camera, and what I do is see that you can control it from the phone.
Okay.
What I had the ability to do is I can zoom in and out. Y'all see how that moved a little bit, and I can move that up. Boom, bada bam, center myself right.
Oh, you got the high tech stuff.
Just a little bit, you know. We do a little stuff a little different out here.
Well, before we continue, let me say this: the views that are the views. I don't forget.
Hey, I don't ever be the one to say it. Isn't the views that express on Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates?
That's it. That's it.
Boom, baby.
One of us gonna get this right?
One of us.
I've been gone too long.
Girl, you had a good time on your birthday, I saw.
I had an awesome time on my birthday.
Yes.
My baby took me, and I just had a wonderful 5 days. A wonderful 5 days.
5 days.
Yes.
Look at
and
you.
It was like I wasn't thinking about anything.
Shoot, I ain't
Just
mad
had a
at you,
good
girl.
time.
That's what's
But
up.
you know what? Tonight we're gonna have a good time because we have someone on here that we was on the show before. But you know, when we have good people, we always bring them back.
Gotcha.
And so we're gonna have the independent filmmaker Wade Simmons back on, and he's gonna bring us up to speed on what he's doing. And you know what? He got some good news, a lot of good news he's gonna drop on us. There go my bro. I had forgot the disclaimer. I couldn't even remember the disclaimer.
I had to say it.
I said it.
Okay, good.
Because
I couldn't remember it.
Let me run something by y'all real quick. Okay, so a long time ago, we used to eat Cracker Jack. Remember that? A long time ago. Jeff, you don't know about that.
You can still buy them though today, can't you?
They still out there.
Okay, but I went to a store today, man, and I picked up what I thought was a bag of Cracker Jack. But it was Cracker Jill. Right?
Shut up. I never saw those. Where you get that at?
I don't even remember where I went. Okay, but
I never seen that.
You remember the prizes we used to get a long time ago, Gina? We used to get cars and radios and TVs and all of that stuff. This is it.
Yeah, they
what
just put a little piece of paper in there.
The lick tattoo.
It says Prize Inside Arcade. Lift and peel.
That's one of them lick tattoos. You lick it, put it on your skin. You remember those?
I do, but you know, we used to get big prizes back then.
But you know what? Cracker Jack used to, when it first came out, Cracker Jill. Somebody said, you're going to put a woman on this page. You're going to put a woman on here.
Cracker Jack being sexist.
Well, but the other part about that is this is International Women's Month. And it's the end of the month, okay? So women in sports, that's what they celebrate.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yay, Cracker
It's got a message behind it.
Cracker Jack and Jill. But you know, they always had, Cracker Jack used to have a huge prize.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was one in every 100,000 or some big number.
Really?
But there will be one person that will win something big, like a house, a car.
Really?
If
I've never heard of that.
Bag, yes, if you got that box of Cracker Jack that had that big prize in there, was money, you won that big whatever it was a really big prize. But that's when Cracker Jack first came out.
Okay.
Yeah, and they had that one prize. If you got that box with that one prize in it, you hit the jackpot.
And you had
to reel everybody in.
Wow.
You had to be in Boston, Massachusetts, or someplace else, because it would never happen in Gary, Indiana. Right?
It didn't.
Never.
It didn't.
Now, there was one guy who they did the McDonald's thing where you could win the money or cars.
The Monopoly thing.
Yeah, the Monopoly thing. There was one guy from Gary that did win.
Mm-hmm. He was in my class.
I remember his name, but this dude, all that money was gone that next week, though, Gina.
They bought cars. They bought the man. And I'm gonna tell you, it was like, I know he was in my class. Yeah. I know his name too. I'm not gonna say it. I think I said it one time, but I'm not gonna say it this time. But he even was in my junior high school. I think they won when we were at West Side, but in junior high, he didn't dress too well, y'all.
No, he didn't.
I remember one particular day in school, we were in our English class. He walked past and somebody said, "Hey, so-and-so, you got a string hanging from your pants." And they pulled that string and his whole pair of pants came loose.
I remember that.
That's not funny. That's sad.
It was, and they did not, they didn't have much. They didn't have much, but when they hit that money, that Monopoly money from Jewel, it was from Jewel. They bought those. Jewel used to have those Monopoly tickets. You had to match them up every time you went in there. You got to choose those little. They were like bingo cards type things,
right?
And they won. He won a lot of money. But I'm telling you, Greg is so right. They went through that money so quickly.
And you know what? When they have big prizes like that in lottery, there should be something put in place where they have to take some type of financial courses or something of that nature. And better yet, in junior high, starting with junior high and in high school, there should be serious finance classes. You know, like, of course, you get this big, huge lump sum of money. Maybe take 10 grand as play money or something and put the other money up until you can talk to financial counselors and people who can kind of school you and help you. So instead of spending it all in one or two places, I want to get a car, but you're still living in a rack shack house, or you're still renting, period. You know, versus putting it into real estate, into land.
That was a long answer to the question. All right. Anyway,
I'm just saying.
I know. We got to put it where it is, man. That shit happens. Anyway,
be educated on financing.
We gotta bring a guest on. Okay, this guy, he's been on before. Okay, he has done a lot since then. Okay, and I just wanted to bring him back on to see what's up with him. Let's catch up with him. Okay, he's a filmmaker and he has other jobs too. We're gonna find that out. Okay, this is Wade Simmons. What's going on, Wade?
Hey, what's up, everybody? How you
what's
doing?
going on, brother? How you doing?
Wait, you didn't spend all your money in one place, did you?
Oh, never. If it don't make me no money, I don't spend it.
I know that's
there
right,
you
Wade.
go. I heard
That right there.
What's up, bro?
Oh, nothing much. Just chilling out today, just relaxing.
Welcome back, Wade. Welcome back.
Yeah, it's good to see everybody again.
Yeah, you again too, man. You can grow some hair. He got the hair on his face now. Look at him, man.
He grew up.
Yeah, this grown man stuff now, But man, you know, you've done a lot of short films, you know, and when we caught you, it was just the beginning of it, okay? And you know, you've been doing a lot of them, but you're doing something now that's outside of the short film realm, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm in the funeral business. I did a little bit of pro wrestling training, but But right now I've been focusing more on, getting situated with funeral service because I finally, legally have, getting ready to start my internship. So I've been doing that for 12 years. So it's been a long journey.
Mm.
So he's interning. He's in what is it, mortuary science or something like that?
Yeah.
He's completed a course in mortuary science. And again, we here at Dope Living TV, man, unconventional occupations.
Ooh, very unconventional.
Man, you flipping the script a little bit there, right?
Oh yeah. No, trust me, it's been a long journey because I've been working in the funeral business since I was in high school. So, I always knew what I wanted to do in my life, but it was just, like what a lot of people don't know, it's hard to become a mortician. A lot of people may not know that, but as far as taking the test and going to school, it's pretty brutal, man. It's brutal.
Wow.
Yeah, but you did it. I mean, what made you want to do that though? I mean, because we sitting here, we talked beforehand. Me and Gina was talking, and you were there, and we was like, well, I'm going to school. I'm chilling. I got my friends and this and that. And then it comes time for us to graduate. What are you going to do? I'm going to be a doctor. What are you going to do? I'm going to be a lawyer. What are you going to do? I'm going to find the dead people. I mean, what? He said,
Greg.
Okay. All right, you know what I mean. What made you want to do that, though?
To be honest, when I was like, I don't remember how old I was, but I remember when I was in Kansas City, I had like a weird spiritual experience.
Mm-hmm.
Like I almost died, and I saw like angels and stuff like that. But I think from that, like it never scared me after that. Like I said, I think I want to be a mortician, and so it was crazy because like when I was in elementary school, like I kept telling my friends like when I get older, I'm gonna be a filmmaker and I'm gonna be a funeral director. So I went and just pursued both, But I mean, it's to me, a lot of people look at the spooky side of it, but like to me, like. I feel like it's one of them jobs that make you appreciate life and appreciate people and like use your time wisely because like it make you really care about people.
Right.
Well, I want you to talk a little bit about that life-ending experience. A lot of people say that they died and they saw the light, and is that true?
Well, I don't remember like all details because it went so fast. Like it was like it's hard to explain because it was like I was underwater, like, but it was like my presence was underwater, like I could see everything, and like I saw angels and stuff. Like it was really weird. Like I don't remember all of it, but like that's all I remember.
Were you drowning?
Yep, I was.
Wow.
It may not seem like it might have seemed like a short time to you, but it may have been a longer time than what it felt like to you.
Yeah, and it was like I said, but I think like even from that experience, like it made me like really like strong in my faith in God and stuff like that. So like like with most, because like a lot of people, especially in the Black community that work in the funeral business, a lot of them are like faith-based people. I feel like you can't work in something like that and not have some type of faith. Yeah. Especially being around it all the time, Yeah.
It just seems from, and I guess I'm looking at it from the spooky side. All right,
I am too.
I think I told a story a long time ago before. I might have told it when you were on here that I used to date a girl who was in that. Okay, and she wanted to do it at the funeral parlor, and I was like, I started to, but then I heard a noise, and I was like, oh hell no, Marcella, you want to make a statement?
What the heck did you just say?
Marcella, did you want to make a statement?
Yeah, I'm talking about before that. Just what? As a mortician, that's a good occupation. Recession proof and all of that, and how sometimes people are looking at different occupations that they can get into, but that's all I wanted to talk about was this. Just saying that was a good occupation to get into.
But you know what? Only Byron would think of what he just only Byron.
I know, right? I read that.
I love it.
He said, no way anyone named Wade is going to drown.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, I know how to swim pretty good now.
Oh, yeah, I would imagine.
You said now, okay.
But what are your, once you decided that you was going to do this, what did your friends and family think about it?
Well, I remember I was talking to like this one girl when I was in high school, and she was like, "If you gonna do that, don't talk to me."
She's like, I don't want to have nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
But
well, I guess she gone, huh?
Yeah, she didn't stick around.
Why is everyone so afraid of something like that, though?
Marcia, you're not afraid of that?
I don't know. I think it's just something people don't like to think about.
Yeah,
but I mean,
death. You don't want to be around death all day. You don't want to be around death all day.
But I mean, I don't know.
Most people.
But we don't take it home with us. Like, I mean, like, I don't know. Like, if you work in it, like, you see it what it really is. It's a business, you know. I mean, you don't walk around like thinking about dying. But it makes you appreciate life a lot.
Wait,
and it's probably one of the most lucrative businesses out there.
That's what I just said. Yeah.
Right, Jeff, you have to say something.
Yeah, what I was gonna ask is just how do you separate that? I can't fathom it.
I can't
because I'll be honest with you. It's like when my grandmother passed, like to see how I saw how she looked when she died, right? And I saw how she looked in the casket. Great work. They did great work. But it's just a fact to know that, you know, how do you separate it, dog? Mentally, I can't do it. Is it a mental thing for you? Or is it just like you said, just because you appreciate life and you had that experience? Do you value? Is it like you kind of put yourself in that person's shoes? Like, I don't know how to explain it, dog.
I know what you said. Well, for me, it's like anything that I want to do in life, like I go for it. Like, because like working there, you see, I mean, like you see some crazy. I mean, because I remember I was talking to this guy. I never forget it. His mother died, and I was talking to him 3 weeks later. I opened up the casket and he was in there. And I'm like, you know, I'm like, man, like, you know, it just make you realize, like, you know, you never know. And so like, it really makes you like, really like appreciate, like, and I'm not going to lie, like, you know, with everything's going on now, it seems like it been more younger people than older people.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, all this killing and I mean, just crazy stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But I mean, again, you went through, like you said, anything you see, you want, you're gonna go after it.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing. But I don't know. I mean, I still got questions. All right.
Yeah, you know what, wait. My son worked in a funeral home. He was the one taking the bodies in.
Okay.
I have never in my life told my children that they should quit a job. I told my son to quit that job. My son, he quit. He ended up quitting on his own. He said that he had brought in this 80-year-old woman, and that night he was dreaming and he woke up and she was in his room, and he quit after that. But my question to you, Wade, is have you ever had someone brought in that you knew that was close to you?
Yeah.
And you still could separate it?
Yep.
Wow.
My believe it or not, my uncle, and this was like a few years ago, but my uncle had came up here to visit us. And he drove my grandmother and them down to Alabama. He came back, and for some reason, I saw him like that Monday, and something felt different. And then that Wednesday, he took my mother out to breakfast. He went and fixed my auntie toilet. And next, you know, I'm sitting at work, and they called me asking me like, "Did your uncle pass away?" And I'm like, you know, last I heard, like, nah, he was doing all right. And I ended up having to do his service and everything. But, you know, like, it's like, to me, it's like when there's nothing you can do about it, you just have to put it in God's hands. You know, you just got to treat people right while you have the opportunity to, you know?
Yeah.
All right, so there's a lot of stuff going on right now. People are dying left and right.
Yeah.
Right? Do you guys ever get, I don't even know the term, overbooked?
All the time. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but I mean, you know, it's great. Because I mean, like the funeral home I work for, it's a very well-known funeral home in Chicago. And I mean, you have a few of them that are like very well-known, but it's like, it's been so much death left and right. I mean, I remember we did one family one time, and while the service was going on, one of their other family members died. You know, it was just
wow.
Do they overlap? I'm sorry, go ahead, Jeff.
No, I was just gonna say, and see, that's why I asked that question, because you know, you see a lot of it going on all the time. You know what I mean? You really got to be a strong individual, brother. Like for real, in the mind to really go through that, because and to look at it the way that you do, hey, brother, you a good one. I commend you for that, because not this man over here. I'm working with the living all day.
But you know,
I'm sorry. You go
no,
ahead.
you go ahead. You go.
Now I was gonna say yeah, but you know what? But like when you think about it, like time is a precious thing, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, like whenever God puts somebody on your heart, like that's why I say it's good. It's good to check on people, like we were just talking about earlier. Like, you know, whenever I think about somebody, I check on. Like some people might get tired of me, but it's like,
yeah,
I would rather show you that I appreciate a person now than wait till it's too late. Because I mean, ain't nothing you can do then, you know.
That's true.
You know,
Yeah.
but I mean, I guess it's just human nature sometimes that people take time in life for granted, you know.
Ross, you want to say something?
Yeah, I was just saying, you know, it's really just a part of life. And when you start looking at it in that manner, I've been with many family and friends taking their last breath. I'm one that they call at that point. And at first, it used to mess me up. But now knowing that it's a fact of life, a part of life, and a lot of times it's just like where they are, you know, illness or, you know, they're suffering. And sometimes it's like, this is better.
Yeah.
And then it's God's timing. There's nothing we can do.
I think it's a little bit different though. Wade probably see people coming in there with shots to the head and burns and babies. I think that's a little bit different in my eyesight.
Because and you're right, Gina. You're getting them straight off. Well, not straight off the street per se, but you know when they're dead. When they're dead, like it's a double death. Okay, when they're dead, it's when you get them, Wade, are they in the condition that, you know, like Gina just said,
probably
in their rare form?
Not all. I mean, sometimes you get people in really bad shape. You know, it's.
So I mean, and how do you get? Let me ask you this. So if you got a person whose body was just and yeah, we changed it to a whole different conversation. Whose body's just all messed up, crushed, whatever. Okay, arm maybe left and this and that. And when we see them, they're in the casket and they look whole. I mean, have you ever had instances where you had to prepare a body or literally put one back together?
I mean, I haven't really came across it, but I mean, my coworkers have, yes. I mean, for the most part, I've just had to, like, you know, I pretty much done some embalming when I was in school, and then now that I got my intern, I got to start embalming again. But I mean, you don't never know what you're gonna get, to be honest.
What does embalming entail, though? You know, I've heard all the stuff. We're gonna get to the nitty gritty now. What does?
You might not want to hear that, Greg.
Well, I mean, so for the most part, if the family signs an authorization for their loved one to be embalmed, of course, you would start out by washing the body and setting the features, and you would take like it's a needle called like an S-curve needle, and you take a suture, you put it through, you go through the nose, go through the mouth, and you tie it closed. Yeah, you definitely got to set feet, or you can use like a needle injector, but most people like to suture. Yeah.
You said set the body up. What do you mean set the body up?
I mean, you got to set the features first, so you got to make sure like the mouth. Because to be honest with you, if you don't close somebody's mouth right, you can make them look like a totally another person.
Really?
You know, so yes,
Wow,
you definitely want to get the mouth, because like if somebody's mouth was like small and you make it too wide, like they can look totally different, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You know, I know you know the situation years ago where there were some funeral homes, and a lot of them were in Illinois where they weren't burying the dead. How did that affect? And you may have not been working in the field at that time, but do you think it still has an effect on funeral homes at this point?
I think that place, that cemetery you're talking about, I know them. I know them actually, and I think, you know, a lot of people are still a little hesitant to go there because of that. Yeah.
It seemed like there would have been trust lost in all funeral homes. Like, I mean, who can I trust?
I mean, I hate to say this, but it's like any other business. You got good people and you got shady people in all type of business. And I mean, unfortunately, like, you know, they did that. But I mean, you know, I think the thing comes with just being honest. You know, and I mean, sometimes with people in these businesses, people get greedy, and you know, but I mean, that was a horrible thing to do, you know.
Yeah, that was terrible. What did they find? Bodies in the ceiling and all of that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
thrown out in the back and all of that.
But I mean the sad part about business is like that when you are making good money like that, you gotta put the money in the business. Like you don't want to be taking the money because a lot of times with businesses, and I mean it's any business, like people get greedy and then it causes them to start doing shady things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you mentioned the you saw this 80-year-old woman and felt some kind of way about that. What about kids? I mean,
well, kids, man, that's always really tough, especially like with babies. And I don't know, it like to me, like it's like you would wish that they had an opportunity to really live, but like I said, it makes you really like think about life, like man, like don't take anything for granted because people leave here at any age, and I mean I have a huge respect for my elders and stuff, like people who live to be like 80 and 90 and 100. Like I like to sit down and talk with them because when you look at the condition of like not the world but like the mindset of people nowadays, some of these young people don't expect to live to be old. You know what I'm saying? Like it's I mean it's really sad, man, when you think about it, because like I would say like a lot of the services we do are like young people who've gotten killed or all type of stuff.
Yeah, my mom is 85, 86 years old. I love to see her, talk to her. Love to be around her. I really want her with me at all times, but I can't. But this recent and I'm not going to share too much of it, but there's a thing where you and I don't know if any of you guys feel this way. They get to talking about stuff that happened a long time ago a lot. And then they start talking about, well, they notice that all of their friends are gone and they're the only one left, to me, that's kind of scary, and I don't know. I know this has nothing to do with what Wade was saying, but, your loved ones, man, especially when they're living to be so old, you know what I mean? It's a blessing. It is a blessing to have them around. And quite frankly, it makes you say, well, hey, if it's in the genes, I'm going to be around that long. I don't want to be around what I can't do for myself. Or I'm not
I'm with you, Greg.
Yeah. If there's not a good quality of life.
Take me to Wade. Take me to Wade and just sew me up now, Wade.
Don't say that.
Where are you so we can send him to you? That's what he wants.
Keep on living.
Right.
Hey, because some people when they go through that part, dealing with people with Alzheimer's and dementia, that was my grandmother. My grandmother was only like 64, 65 when she passed, So the thing is, to look at that, and she was just talking about regular stuff. My grandmother not even around to see me have grandkids. She was lucky enough to see my brother, you know what I mean, and his grandkid, and see the little one, before she got bigger. But stuff like that, I hear you, man. When you value that life, life is precious. You see your family go through stuff. You even see your friends go through stuff. You just need to take a step back sometimes and just be like, all right, let me smell these roses.
Exactly.
Let me check on these people. Let me have some good conversations, and value that part of it.
Because they've done so much for you when you were kids. You know what I'm saying? That's the least you can do. We got my man Wade Simmons. He's a filmmaker and he's a funeral director as well. Just the whole retrospective of everything. Wade, do you cremation? Let's talk about that for a second, all right?
Okay.
What's that about? I mean, I know you throw somebody in the garbage pail and put some fire on them, burn them, right? No.
I've seen that process.
But I mean, what a lot of people don't know about cremation is that there are other ways you can do it too. Like there's one like with a liquid solution. Everybody like some people like I don't want to burn, but I mean, not all cremation is done by fire. But I mean, for the most part, like some people just want to do it because it's a preference. Like a lot of people were saying like it's cheaper, but I mean, no, because if more people do it, they're gonna go up too. You know what I'm saying?
It has gone up. It has gone up.
It's a business. I think some people do it because, it's just a preference. Like some people want their family to be able to keep their ashes. You know.
Okay, but are they really their ashes that they give them?
Yeah.
How do they know that?
Well, to be honest, you just better hope the crematory is honest. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't vouch for them, but I mean, but they do have a process that they have to make sure it's the right person.
How long are you able to keep a body? Because I know sometimes you have bodies that come in that you can't find the next of kin, or the family is trying to get the money together for the burial. How long can you keep them before something has to be done?
Well, now the funeral home that I work for, now the good thing about my boss is like he is very well known in the community for helping people. And he's not like draining people for money. Like, I mean, we've held bodies for 6-7 months. I mean,
That long?
Some people longer than that. And then especially like if you're dealing with a family that's shipping like to Africa or something.
Oh wow!
You may hold that body for months until you ship it out. Like it's just the custom.
Know that.
Now some funeral homes that maybe want their money, then they be like,
I thought it was like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, I thought the process was short.
Well, some people will, like, if they want their money, some people would do that. But I mean, for somebody compassionate, they try to work with the family.
Wow.
Man, that's crazy. Byron said, I plan on being cremated because it's the only chance I have of having a smoking hot body.
Byron funny.
Byron.
Yeah, I mean, Gina says, let's talk about his filmmaking. I read everything, right?
I know you do.
But
I'm interested in knowing where he's at with it now.
And we're gonna get to that. Matter of fact, she's right. Let's get to that because we talked about that, and we're so number one, we're proud of you for doing what you you wanted to do. You said you was going to do it. You did it. We catching up again with Wade Simmons, but keep doing what you're doing, bro. And
yes, sir.
When you got something else you want to do, hit that up, bro. Hit that up. What about the filmmaking?
I just got through filming an episode last week of my web series. I mean, I'm coming along pretty good with that. Yeah, just trying to promote myself.
Okay.
What's the name of the new film?
Well, it's like a continuation of my web series, but actually, it's called A Good Song Makes a Difference. And I'll tell you why I made that episode though, because like music, right? I feel like sometimes like music influences people. I mean, everybody don't agree to that, but I mean, to me, like I feel like some songs like really influence the way people think or the things they do. I can't say that for everybody, but some people. So in this particular episode, I wanted to make an episode about how like listening to like good songs can put good thoughts in your mind and things like that. Like, if you're going through something, like you don't want to go around singing the blues, like, you might want to like listen to something that'll cheer you up a little bit, That's a simple way of describing it.
Okay. So do you recommend different songs or music?
Well, again, like I said, we live in a unique world with all type of people. Like everybody different, So I don't want to say that works for everybody, but I'm just saying for me, what I've learned is like if you having a rough day, like you want to maybe feed yourself something a little more positive, because like because I feel like just like we say, we are what we eat, we are what we think. Like the way we think about things is.
You're right,
but that's
really more powerful.
They say that's one of the reasons there's a lot of killing and shooting because of the music that people listen to. All the shooting and all the gang banging and this and that.
That's true.
It is kind of get embedded in your head, especially if you start listening to it at a young age. Think about our 8 and 9-year-olds are singing songs they hear on the radio and on YouTube and all those different social media places.
Yeah.
And it's really embedding it in their head. They don't know the difference.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, because you got a lot of these young people walking around with these guns and stealing cars, and I mean, like, because carjacking has been like on the rise, and I mean, like, people listening to this stuff, like, I do believe that it does have some influence.
Because it's kind of like people say, you have a soundtrack to your life. Everybody knows what type of song gonna really get them in that mood and get them up. You know what I mean? And it's kind of crazy because that music, it fits your situation. Like I know my people who in the hood, you know what I mean? It's a certain type of style of music they like. So when something come on, they like, oh, okay, we about to get it popping. You know, I'm probably not around for what you about to get popping, but you know what I mean? But I understand both sides of it, because something I listen to, it might get me a little more upbeat, you know what I mean? Up tempo in the mood, so want to do something great, get my mind going, you know what I mean?
And I know sometimes the media really don't want you to like, you know, like they don't really like when people expose truth like that. But
that's
truth
true.
be told, like, you know, and again, you all know where I work. So like I said, I actually care about my brothers and sisters. And a lot of what you see, because even when you do those type of services, like you hear what's being played, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's true. Just, I mean, it's really sad, but like people really don't realize that like you have to be careful what you listen to and what you feed yourself. You know, there are some people that can be strong enough not to let that influence them, but you know, everybody not that strong.
Right.
And see, it's interesting because you say that, because you know what I always think about? I always think about Tupac. And I say this because it's not like he was really thug life. Now come on, people. I'm gonna say it. It ain't like he was really thug life. He wasn't like, that wasn't his thing. You feel me? But he adopted it. You know what I mean? You adopt things like that when you listen to that type of music, when you're around them, that type of environment. You know what I mean? So that's what I think about when I start thinking about music and how it could just shape you and mold you into a person. I really think about Pac with that, even though he was spitting a lot of truth behind it, but that persona, it was all having to do with the music, you know?
Absolutely. Marcy, you had a question.
Yes. Wait, we see, I hope you guys didn't discuss this while I was trying to get things together, but you see a lot of funerals now on internet, where it's this big, elaborate with the crowns and the slow walking and all of this. I call it craziness. I'm sorry. Do you guys do that? And what do you think about all that?
Oh, we don't. My friend that owns a funeral home, he does it in another LA. I mean, you know, if that's what they want, I mean, but I mean, you know, everybody, I guess it's just, you know, I mean, me, I want to receive my crown from the Lord, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I mean, you know, everybody different, you know.
Yeah, we're living in an age now where everybody want to do something different. Funerals now are like weddings. Who can have the most elaborate funeral? You have the doves and the, you know, all these different things that they're doing. So
how we get back to funerals?
Well,
that's a question Marcy had.
Pardon.
But wait, how much time do you put into the filmmaking?
Well, I actually write literally every day except like Sundays and Wednesdays, but I'm always like working on different projects and stuff. Cause I mean, I stay active with everything that I'm doing.
Wow,
that's good.
I don't see how you
so have you
put all that together.
Have you thought about doing, you know, because you do a lot of shorts? Have you thought about doing a full length?
Yeah, I'm working on doing the feature. I'm actually getting money in place for that now, actually. And I mean, the good thing that I like is that I'm able to fund my own stuff instead of waiting on people. And then too,
that's good.
I don't have to worry about like negative influences. Like I can control what I put out there into the world. And like I said, me as a person, especially somebody that care about my brothers and sisters, like I only want to put good things out into the community, because like I don't want to feed my brothers and sisters garbage.
Right.
You know? I mean,
so what do you want to focus on? What do you really want to keep that realm?
Really, I want to be more of a documentary filmmaker, like tell other people's stories. I love documentaries.
Okay.
That's what's up. I like
that. I mean, I don't want to, you know, like I said, it's already enough shooting and killing going on. Like I ain't trying to really feed that, you know. I mean, no knock on anybody else, but I don't.
Yeah.
No, not on them, man, because don't about, you know, it's enough for that, all right? You know, you got a lot of films, and you know, God bless those filmmakers out there doing their thing, all right? But everybody, you're littering your community with more mess. You're making your community look bad. You're saying that every film you get, you got to have a drug dealer in it. You got to have a prostitute in it. You got to have murders in it. You got to have this. You got to have that. You don't have to. You can make a good feel-good story, a come-up story. You know, and there's a lot of those that are out there too. Okay, documentaries though, they take a lot of lot of time. It's time consuming, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I love it. Like I actually did a documentary about a funeral home. That my teacher owned it. I had a lot of fun. Like I don't know, like it's just something about like I don't want to be like the typical filmmaker. Like I don't want to fall into that trap. Like I want to be an artist. And the good thing is like when you're an artist and you got your own money, you can make what you want to make and you can create from an artistic standpoint instead of just, kind of selling out, Yeah.
Well, that's a good thing, because thinking about someone who is, trying to get into the field, or thinking that, hey, I want to go into the mortuary field or the funeral home field or whatever, watch the documentary and see what it's like, because sometimes you think you want to do something until you get into it, and then you like, I don't really like this.
Yo, you're right, because a lot of people I went to mortuary school with, half of them they ain't even working in it. Some of them they like, I ain't doing this. Like and I mean I struggled to get my stuff, but like they easily got it. And when they got in, they like, I got one friend, he passed, we like, I ain't never doing this again.
We're go to school for it. Like I said, you think this is what I want to do until you get into it. And actually, so just seeing the documentary and the behind the scenes,
that would be good.
That would be something that you might want, people may want to watch if that's what you're talking about going into.
The more I listen to you talk, Wade, I like how you want to do documentaries, because that also speaks to the way how you want to give out that expression of life. That's how you feel. You feel that life is precious. And then what you're able to do is you're able to capture that moment on film. You know what I mean? So, hey, man, I love that, dude. That fits right into your mantra and what you're trying to do. And I see you have no problem with trying to get that out to people and really tell people what you want to do with it.
Yeah, because like to me, like one thing that filmmaking and funeral service has in common is that you're telling story. Think about it, when you sit through somebody's funeral, that's their story.
That's true.
And a lot of people never thought about it that way. But like it's like if I can tell people a story why they're here, because like we were talking about it earlier, where like this preacher Noah Jones said, he said folk will come to your funeral that won't come to your rescue. And I kind of like that though, because it's like, like to me, that's my way of letting people know that I appreciate you. Like I want to show your story,
I know another thing that funerals and filmmaking do have in common is they both begin with the letter F. Marcy, let's
just take a look with that right there. What he just said. Let's take a quick break. Let's redirect, regroup, refocus. Come on, life coach Jeff, give it to us.
Okay, so based off of everything that's been talked about today, I really just want to keep y'all with this. Like, really, truly value life. Real talk, just value life. Just enjoy the moment. Take time out of your busy, hectic schedule to just have some type of peace. It's so much stuff that we all have going on in our lives. And at times we don't like to take that time to give ourselves proper self-care. So, take some time to value yourself, value the people that are around you, and show some love. Can't say that enough. With all the stuff we had going on with just Nashville and all that other stuff like that, take some time to show some people some love. Call your friends, call your family. Let somebody know today that they matter and they care and that they on your mind.
And I said it once, I will say it 1,000 more times. That's the life coach Jeff Phillips. He got his own podcast on my face. And he got a thing with Armand Baskin. Change the narrative. Y'all need to check it out, all right? And man, I'm telling you guys, it's a lot of good stuff going on with the family here. So y'all just check it out. Just stay tuned. We got you. Look at everybody's pages. And we got you, definitely. We talked today with Wade Simmons. He's a filmmaker and he's a funeral director. Okay, I guess you guys say filmmaker, funeral director. Hey, he's doing his thing. He's living his purpose. He's living his dream, and he's doing what he wants to do in his way with God's divine intervention. Love Miller said, "You're speaking the truth."
Yeah. What else, Sharif?
And each side just throws that heart up there. Don't they have red hearts? People be throwing black hearts up here. What's that black heart thing mean? I thought that was bad. We keep.
Black love, maybe black love.
Black love.
Right.
But wait, that's it's always good, man. Like I said, and he had said it earlier. Wade would always contact me and say, "Hey, Greg, what's up?" Just to say, "Hey, just see what's up. You know what you're doing, Greg? Everything cool? This, that, right?" I apologize because my family here would tell you, man, I'm bad at that, right?
No, you got to get better with that. I mean, you know,
get better.
Yeah, because you know what, it's better to let people know you appreciate them. You know?
Yeah. I mean, you know, sometimes I think appreciation is unspoken. Sometimes though, people know. Like I know Gina appreciates me, and she knows that I appreciate her. Same thing with my little brother Jeff. Man, you know, it's a thing. Okay, Marcy, I was kidding to you. It ain't all about me. Same thing with Marcy. Okay, anyway, now we as we go now, we genuinely have a care for one another. Okay, and some of the guests that come on here, notice I said some of the guests that come on here, we genuinely have a, you know, when we say, you know, hit us up, call us, you know, we got you, we truly got you. All right, we seriously want to hear from you, and we seriously want to make sure that you're good. So, and you're one of those guys, Wade. I mean, you know, you're not phony. You know what I mean? Get a lot of that too. The phoniness, you know, the banana in the tailpipe guys. Okay, but
not the banana in the tailpipe.
Stuck way up the tailpipe. Okay, we get those too. But you know, Wade, I also wanted everybody to know, because somebody had texted me and said, "Well, what's wrong with his voice?" And you had told us what happened to you a long time ago, right?
Well, yes, I developed a vocal disorder called spasmodic dysphonia. A lot of people don't know what it is, but like if I'm happy, my voice is normal. If I get stressed, then it strains real bad. I mean, it's not life threatening, but it's like, I mean, like it took me a while to get used to it. But I'm like, man, you know, like I hate that it happened to me. But then I'm like, look on the bright side. If I stay happy, my voice is normal. you know, I try to find the bright side of it.
There you go. And we try to make sure you're going to stay happy, bro, especially when you're around us, all right? We want that normal voice. We don't want that ODB voice, okay?
Yeah, I know what you're
saying. Go back like me. You know, we don't want that. We good at that, man. You my guy, though, man, for real, man.
Yeah.
We appreciate you, man. What's next for you, though?
Well, I'm probably gonna get back into my pro wrestling training soon. You know, I've been real busy with the funeral stuff, so yeah.
So you're gonna be that pro wrestler, huh? Get knocked around the corner.
No, but you know what? But see, the thing about pro wrestling for me, like, it's more recreational. Like a lot of the guys on there now, like some of them are like in AEW and stuff, and then you know you got some people trying to get to WWE and stuff like that. Me, I'm just, you know, I'm gonna stay in my lane and I'm gonna just stay wherever God lead me, you know. And like, you know, to me, like I more so want to do it for the fun of it. Like I'm not trying to. I mean, I got enough stuff on my plate. Like I'm not trying to like, you know, like go to the bigger scenes. Like I like what I'm doing, you know.
Yeah.
It can happen though.
You ever thought about
I mean, it can happen, but to me, it's like when you do something with joy and fun, it's a lot better because when it becomes a job, a lot of people end up hating it. You know,
tell them when you love what you're doing.
True, when you love what you're doing, you're gonna keep it going, man.
Yeah, but
when never work a day in your life.
Never work.
Yeah, because when it becomes, because you know, I know some other pro wrestlers, right? That I mean, they hit the road and travel a lot, but some of them were complaining like about, you know, like trying to find a balance and everything. And I'm like, you know, I've never wanted to set out to do one thing. Like I had to tell my boss at the funeral home this too. Like, you know, look, man, I didn't just set out to do one thing. You know, I'm not gonna bury people every day and not live my life. You know.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna happen. Yeah.
There you go.
That's good.
That's what's up. I mean, you ever thought about being a stuntman?
No.
No.
Wrestling and stuntmen are just about the same, isn't it?
Well, but the thing about wrestling for me, like I'm training more like for the like managing. You know, I'm not going to there and breaking my neck. No, like no.
But you know what? With stuntmen, there are a lot of safety mechanisms put in place to make sure that you're not hurting yourself.
I know, but I'm not. I'm just not interested.
You like,
Wade say that ain't my calling right there.
right?
No.
That's what's
You're
up.
like, no
Man.
matter
No, we
what.
appreciate you. Go ahead.
No, I mean, if it's something that you're doing because of the money, you're not gonna enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know, and if it's something that you don't want to do, then you're
Yeah.
not gonna enjoy it.
Yep.
But
Yeah,
see,
and I
I'm-
tell, and I'm sorry, and
Oh,
I tell some of my friends there too, cause like I had a couple of friends be like, you know, like I just want to meet somebody with a bunch of money, and I'm like, I tell people like this, be honest with you, you better take care of yourself, and the only person you really can depend on is God, because I mean, you gotta look for somebody to take care of you. Like something could happen, or you better be able to work hard, and then too, like you gotta love whatever you do. It has to be genuine love, because if it's not real love, it's not gonna last.
That's a hard lesson that anybody that's in the entertainment business and in any business has to learn, man. You know, money is great.
Yeah.
You can buy the things that you want, you know, that you didn't have before, okay? But it also brings you problems. It really does bring you problems. And that was a hard lesson that I and a lot of people in my position had to learn. You know, money's one thing, and you know, but see, it's one thing when you didn't have it and you start getting it, and you just feel in a whole different way. Your ego gets into it, okay? But when you get to a certain level and things start happening, people start coming at you, and you know, it changes your perspective on the whole thing, and it makes you get grounded, and it makes you get people around you that can help you stay grounded, like these people here on our show. We keep each other grounded. Definitely.
One thing I tell people: if God bless you to have money, you know, use it for the right reasons. You know, use wisdom with how you even give. Like it's good to give and help people, but you do it. You do it. You do it the right way though, because if you don't use money right, it will dwindle. But I also tell people, like, if God bless you to be wealthy, you know, don't be selfish either, because you can't take it with you. You know, I mean, we buried a lot of people, you know, people with money too, but I ain't never met nobody that took it with them, you know.
Stuff in the movies where they be trying to take it back from them when they got it in.
I mean, it was one guy. They said his wife told him that he told his wife that when he died, he wanted all his money, so they said she wrote him a check.
Yeah.
Wow.
Check, kept the cash. And there it is.
It's always good talking to you, Wade. Okay, and Wade, I'm gonna tell you again. If you need us, man, give us a call. You want to come back on the show and holler at us and keep us up to date?
Yeah.
Just hit us up, man.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be in touch with all of you, and I really appreciate you all. You all stay safe, and thanks for having me.
Oh, we ain't going yet. Hold on, brother. Before we leave, you know what we do, Wade. Before we leave, we go around the horn, man, and give some words of wisdom, get some thoughts, some great thoughts, some good energy to our audience. All right, Marcelo, we can start with you.
Okay, Wade, it's always such a pleasure to speak with you. You are such a joy. I thank you for your services, that what you're doing to help other families. People.
What the hell?
Check into different occupations before really trying to go into it. Like we talked about a few seconds ago, you never know. Do your research first, so that you're not maybe wasting your time and studying for a long length of time or something of that nature, and then figure out that's not something I really want to go into.
Wade, it's on you.
All right. Well, I always say, take advantage of time, and don't let time take advantage of you.
Oh,
okay.
There you go.
Like Coach.
Hey, I love the way that this brother, he just values life. You know what I mean? His own life as well as other people's. So I hope that y'all kind of take a page out of Wade Simmons' book today and learn to appreciate your life, appreciate others, and don't be ashamed or afraid to show that love.
You know what, Wade? I just love your forward thinking. We don't have a lot of young people such as yourself that think the way you do. You think totally different.
Yeah.
And I think that's what attracts us to you. You know, why we want you on the show so much, because your thinking is not that traditional way of thinking. And the fact that you deal with deceased people on a regular basis, I think that has helped to really build your love for life, and the love for the people that you love in their life, because at any given moment, that person that's coming through the door could be you. It could be somebody that you love. It could be somebody that you know. And so I think you have that mentality there that says, hey, let me enjoy the people while they're here and give them their flowers. But I just love the fact that, you say you're going to do something and you actually do it. You actually do it. We don't have a lot of people that do that. You actually do it. Again, my hat off to you. You are doing an awesome job. We would love for you to come back anytime you want to come back. I know it's going to be more for you to tell us.
Most definitely. Hey, man, you're an amazing individual, bro. For real. I mean, you live in your truth. You live in your dream. You live in your purpose. And there's not a lot of people out there that can do that, but you're inspiring as well. So keep up the good work, man. We appreciate you coming through, for real. Most definitely.
Anytime.
That's what we said. Anytime. We're gonna hold you to that too, bro. Tomorrow, man, this is how Dope Living gonna look.
While I'm boxing through the game, head locking, head bopping like I'm Ali, sticky move. Got them rocking, hand rocking, leave them sloppy if they playing with my profit. I'm the man, I'm the plug, and I got it in the socket, killing beats. While I'm boxing through the game, head locking, head bopping like I'm Ali, sticky move. Got them rocking, hand rocking, leave them sloppy if they playing with my profit. I'm the man, I'm the plug, and I got it in the socket. Why you playing? I'm the man, I'm the one they copy from. Really different type of beats with these drums, Donkey Kong. If it's 10 where I'm from, please don't play me like I'm dumb, cause I talk a little different, but creative as they come. Chilling beats while I'm boxing through the game, head locking, head.
We got the recording artist Pharaoh on. Pharaoh has actually been on the new series Immortal Records as well. So I'm gonna talk to him tomorrow and have a good time. It's Music Friday. Except it's on Thursday.
It's our Friday.
So, hey man, y'all go out and get some Cracker Jill while it's still out there for another couple of days, all right? Not Cracker Jack.
Jill, Cracker Jill.
Get that lick on tattoo prize, all right?
We love them lick on tattoos, boy.
Put it in that spot. Hey, ladies, put it in that. Get that tattoo. Put it in that spot, right there. All right?
This man.
Let your man sweat that off.
You need help, a lot of help.
It's done.
Let me ask though, Greg.
Huh?
Are the Cracker Jills? Do they taste like the Cracker Jacks?
That's a nasty question, Gina.
That could have gone a whole lot of different ways there.
It went the way it was supposed to go. I know that.
when that one up there.
All I know is this. Jill got a high waist, don't she? I mean, look at them legs. The legs go all the way up to her neck almost. You got a high waist. But yes, they're the same thing, Gina. They're caramel corn. But you know how they used to have the nuts in them before?
That was because it was Cracker Jack.
TMI.
Ain't no nuts in here, Gina.
Well, you know what? They did start cutting down on the nuts in the Cracker Jack.
Gina,
let me leave this conversation alone.
Hey, Wayne,
Let's go. Let's hit the show now.
See you guys.
All right, Wayne. This is Dope Living TV live, man. We're gonna let Gina have her nutty experience, okay? We'll see you guys tomorrow. Pharaoh's here tomorrow. Y'all check us out. Right?
Peace out.